What do you think of Machado going to the Dodgers? What do you think of that, Al?
It's final?
It looks like it.
Wow.
I mean, Bob Nightingale is saying that it's going to happen.
So Bob knows.
Bob knows, and he says, well, you know, it's just like the language of the information men and women in all sports. It's barring last minute, expected to, plans to, et cetera, to go to the Dodgers unless the Brewers or Phillies or an other unnamed team make a last minute pitch here.
Yeah, and all three teams make sense, right? But
right.
I think, listen, when Manny came out and you know, basically said, I'm a shortstop, you know, it kind of eliminated, I guess, the prospect of anybody who was thinking about bringing him in a trade, albeit for only 3 months, at third base. So, you know, with Seager down, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Milwaukee made sense to shortstop. I know that their numbers at short. So I figured that was going to happen, right? The depth of the roster of the Los Angeles Dodgers really has been what I've, you know, looking at their team, most impressive with all of the signs that they've done. Well, it puts them right back in it, right?
Doesn't it, though? I mean, it's amazing how things can change. Just about 6 weeks ago, everybody thought that they were out of it, and Diamondbacks are running away with it. Right now, just to get the exact numbers, they lead the Diamondbacks by a half game, and if Machado comes,
and
that lineup,
Kershaw's starting his,
right.
you know, his last few.
It makes sense,
healthy.
Doesn't it? It makes sense for the Dodgers to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, no, and it's not surprising, right? I mean, they got the deep pockets. It's, you know, they're gonna be able to do it.
So, who do you think is going to win this league?
I know,
National League. I mean, who do you think? Who do you think's got a good shot here, Al?
Listen, I think the fact that the Nats really haven't gotten going, if you will. I mean, just looking at, you know, the rotation and what, you know, improving their bullpen. I just thought, you know, with Bryce Harper and his walk here, like there was so much to say.
Right.
Okay, I get it. It's upside down. Obviously, who would have thought? I knew that the Phillies were going to be better based on what they did. Certainly getting Arrieta and Santana.
Yeah.
First place at the break.
Amazing, isn't it?
They won like 60. What did they win? 66 games last year.
I'll figure that out. We got El Zura.
No, I think it's
is that a yes? He's now nodding his head right there.
They were close.
They got 53 wins right now.
Amazing. So that turnaround. We knew Atlanta was going to be better based on those trades that they made a few years ago. So that was, but the East is definitely upside down. You know, the Cubs are going to start figuring it out. I really like the Brewers big time. I mean, I think, you know.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I think this Jesus Aguilar. I mean, the other thing we can talk about, like, who's going to win the National League MVP? I think the American League is going to come down to Mookie Betts and, you know, of course, Mike Trout. But, you know, that's also kind of gray all over the place. Jesus Aguilar. I like this kid a lot. I like him. He does it with a smile. He has flair. And, you know, will they get enough pitching? I think that's the thing for the Brewers. And, you know, the Cubs will be there. And, yeah, the West, I guess you always had to assume that the Dodgers were going to be there.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.